Hello everyone, it's Alex the Real Mr. Robinson here. So I apologize for there being no new review. Over the weekend I've been feeling pretty sick, so I just stayed in. I decided to make this video of a Blu-ray haul. Basically, picked up a couple movies that I thought I'd be worth sharing. And let's just get started. First up, we have, I think, probably the biggest recent release, which is Captain America Civil War, which is, as of now, my favorite movie of the year so far, because this year has been, there have been some good stuff here and there, but nothing like absolutely jaw-dropping. I praise the hell out of this movie in my spoiler-free and spoiler-filled review. I think it's really great. I said it was my favorite movie of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but having reconsidered it, while I still think it's an amazing movie, one of their best, there are elements that I don't think are done as well as in Winter Soldier or The Avengers. And the one thing I said in my spoiler review is that The Avengers was almost 2.5 hours long, but didn't feel like it. Whereas Civil War is 2.5 hours long, but you feel the length. Not in the way of a Transformers where you watch it and go, oh god, when is this going to end? More like The Dark Knight, where you watch it and go, yeah, it's long. I definitely feel the length, but keep going. I want to keep watching the movie. I might need a little more time for clarification on what I like more, Civil War, Winter Soldier, or The Avengers. But this thing is awesome. Let's stay in the Disney realm and talk about the Jungle Book. Both of them. So this is the 2016 Jungle Book that Jon Favreau made. And it's one of those things like Avatar and Life of Pi, where it's just so visually creative and somewhat groundbreaking. The only real live-action element in the movie is Mowgli, who's played by Neil Sethi. Everything else is CG, but it looks so good that you can hardly believe it. All the animals look great and look like real animals, and Bill Murray has a talking animal role that he can finally be proud of. If I had any criticism about this movie, it does run a little too long, and Neil Sethi, at points, his performance is flat, but most of the time he is pretty good. So this is definitely a really well-made movie. And then we have the Disney movie from 1967. Well, I mean, they're both Disney, but this is the animated one. And I remember saying that this is not one of Disney's best. And while I'll still stand by that statement, I did watch it sometime after I did my review for the new one. And it's a little better than I remember, but it still has some moments in the movie that feel very, padded out. But overall, the songs are really good, the voices are great, but this is one of the few times, if not the only time, where the live-action update from Disney is better than the original animated one. But let's stay in the realm of animation and talk about something that is, something that is really taken a while to come out on Blu-ray, which is the Iron Giant. I really cannot believe it took this long for this movie to come out on Blu-ray, but I think it was well worth the wait. More than The Incredibles, I think this is Brad Bird's masterpiece here. It's really emotionally powerful, the animation is stellar, and it comes with the Signature Edition, which I did not see in the theaters last year during the Fathom event. And the scenes that are added in are good, they're interesting to see, but I don't think they really enhance the movie. They don't slow it down, but there's nothing that the new scenes really add to it. But overall, I mean, it's the Iron Giant. If you've not seen this movie, please do yourself a favor. Go out and buy this Blu-ray. It'll be worth it. This Blu-ray is actually pretty cheap. I think you can find it at Best Buy for like $10, and they really did a good job of making this thing look amazing and putting in a lot of bonus features. So worth the purchase. If you've not seen it, just buy it. Don't rent it, buy it. And then my last pickup is for a movie that has never even gotten a DVD release in the United States. That is The Return of Godzilla, or Godzilla 1984 as it says here. For a while, out of all the Godzilla movies, this was the hardest to find. The reason is because the US version, Godzilla 1985, which was re-edited, recut, and added Raymond Burr in certain scenes, was distributed by a company that went out of business. And there were a bunch of legal issues on releasing the movie at all because it used stock music from another movie and a lot of legal stuff. So the only way you could have ever seen the movie was if you still had a VHS and had the VHS tape. And as for the Japanese version, it was never released in the United States. The only way you could see that version is if you bought the Japanese DVD or Blu-ray and can understand Japanese, or you had to get a bootleg DVD from certain sites that had English subtitles, because Toho never puts English subtitles on their DVDs and Blu-rays. But at long last, this movie, even if it's just the Japanese version, has finally come out on Blu-ray, which is fine because the Japanese version is the better one. But it also comes with an international dub that was not even available on the Japanese DVD. I know because I used to own the official Japanese DVD. The dub is just awkward. Toho usually makes these cheap dubs in Hong Kong, and they just come across as really bad. As a kid, that's what I stuck with because I didn't like to read while watching a movie, but as an adult, I've learned to appreciate movies in their native language, especially when I had to watch Kurosawa movies in their native language. So, yeah, this movie has had many bumps in the road for it to get an official release in the United States, but we finally have it. And those are pretty much the movies that I picked up on Blu-ray. I hope you enjoyed this little mini haul. In terms of a Blu-ray collection video, I'd like to make one by the time the year ends, but it'll be hard to say if I do that, because it's going to be a lot of work, because I have a lot of movies and shows to talk about or show off. But hopefully I'll get to it either at the end of the year or early next year. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below and tell me what you thought of these pickups. Did you pick up any of these releases yourselves? What did you think of the movies that I showcased? And as always, this is the real Mr. Robinson telling you there's only one.